It's vegan recipes with Pat and Emily.
Welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make a creamy, dreamy chocolate banana pudding. And you'll be surprised there's avocados in it. So when you're eating it, you will also be getting your vegetables. What you need is 4 bananas, and it's best if they're really ripe. As you can see, these are getting brown. Even browner is fine. And then I have 2 avocados. You will be using maple syrup, 6 tablespoons, 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 2 teaspoons of expresso powder. So I'm going to get started here by cutting up my fruit and my vegetables. Now this particular dessert freezes very well, and at the end of the video I'll show you some of the frozen pudding that I have. It's very much like a fudge sickle. You could actually put your bananas in whole or just cutting them in half, but I want them to blend up a little more quickly and smoothly. So before we put the other ingredients in, we are going to blend up the bananas. And as some of you know, if you watch any of my videos, I like to have a little water nearby just to keep cleaning my hands instead of turning on the faucet. So I'm going to blend this up and we're ready to add our other ingredients. This is what it's going to look like. It is very, very smooth, just to give you an idea. And while you're blending it, you will have to stop the processor to blend it and scrape the sides down. So I'm putting in the cocoa powder. This is, again, it's a half a cup, but you could always use a little less if you didn't want it quite this strong in flavor. This is the 6 tablespoons of maple syrup. This is the vanilla. It's about 1 or 2 teaspoons. And this is the espresso powder. And even if you don't like coffee, which I'm not a coffee drinker, that adds like such a nice dimension to this, and you really don't taste it as coffee. So we're going to blend it again and we'll be right back. I want to show you the pudding. This is what it looks like. It's really creamy. And a reason that you actually need that chocolate in there is because the banana is going to brown, and so will the avocado brown. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe I could just make pudding without it being chocolate, I don't think that it would come out to be an appealing color. I want to show you a few things that you can do with this pudding. And it does keep very well in the refrigerator. It would easily keep in there for probably 5 days. This is how I would serve it. A nice scoop in a bowl. And you could actually serve it just like that. But if you wanted to fancy it up, you could get some Redi whip. I'm using the almond milk. And you would need to do the Redi whip at the last minute. And you could put 1 raspberry in the top, or if you would like, you could put several raspberries around your pudding. It's delicious, it's creamy, it's nice and smooth, and when you chill this, it even develops the flavor further. Now, like I said, I wanted to show you something else you can do with it. I freeze it like this, and it will thaw very nicely, and it's soft. It's something like a fudge sickle. It doesn't get real solid. It does have to thaw a few minutes, but I'll just show you a tiny bite. I like it. It's very cool. It's nice and refreshing. And I have a third thing that you can do with this pudding. Okay, I'm going to show you the last idea I have for this chocolate pudding. Some of you may have tasted that graham cracker dessert that's made with graham crackers and pudding and Cool Whip. Well, you can make something similar using this pudding. So I'm just making a small portion, putting 2 graham crackers in the bottom of this small dish. I'm putting some pudding. You want to get it to the edge because it's important that these crackers get softened. Putting on another layer, just pat it down to make it firm. Then I'm putting on my final 2 graham crackers, patting it a little bit, and I'm putting some pudding on top. Okay, now I'll cover this and I will refrigerate it for several hours or put it in the refrigerator overnight. We'll be back tomorrow to show you how we serve it. Hi, I'm back. The dessert has been in the refrigerator several hours, so now I'm going to show you how to plate it. Let's see if I can get it out easily. It's coming out nicely.
We'll just tuck that underneath. I'm going to scoot it around like that.
And then I'm going to experiment. I have not tried this before. But I have a heart-shaped cookie cutter, and I'm going to see if I can make a heart-shaped piece of this dessert. I do believe that you would have to use a metal cookie cutter. I'm leaving the cookie cutter in, and again, I'm still experimenting to see, will this work? Take off the sides.
Those could just go in a little dessert cup. I'm going to transfer it to my heart-shaped plate. And let's see, can I get that off? If it works, it's going to look pretty. Give it a little push. Coming out.
Okay, let's fancy these up a bit. When you are using the Redi whip almond milk or even the coconut milk, you really have to shake it well. And you'll have to put this on just at the last minute. You could use strawberries, but they weren't very nice at the store right now. So I'm using the raspberries. But if I use strawberries, I would be cutting them into bite-sized pieces. So there you have it, 2 beautiful desserts that you could use for Valentine's Day.